aboard! All aboard! Ah, well, hello there. So, you're getting on this train, huh? You know, I've been conducting this train for a good couple of years now. Been through a lot with her. I remember the "I got nothing up my butt" incident back in 2019. There was also the Florida man who threw a Bible at a police officer. Oh, and don't get me started about the year 2020. Oh, boy. Ah. So listen, if you're new here, I gotta read this this piece of paper for you. It's sort of a legal thing, you know. Here we go. Warning. The following show may feature some adult language and adult scenarios that are not suitable for those under the age of 18 to 21 years old. If you are under this age, please consult your parents and or legal guardians for permission to listen to this show. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Well, with that out of the way, will you still be getting on? Excellent. Well, let me just punch your ticket for you. And welcome to Trademark's Trainwreck. Good evening, passengers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestial Radio, all fandom all the time. Tonight, I'm joined by RandomGreymane, Sherlock,
hello,
and TheFangirl.
Sometimes it's good to wait until legislation stops dragging its ass.
Sometimes. Yes.
Well, I know from personal experience with y'all that it's been a little bit of a week. I don't know if you want to put it out there on the train wreck, but I got a story for you tonight.
Do tell.
I also do have. I'll condense it after you.
I'll try to condense mine as much as I can. This happened just before this recording session, actually. So, my grandmother lives close by to where I live. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump. And
Granny Trademark.
Yeah. I keep in contact with her every so often. And my uncle, who lives out of state, was calling her up, but she wasn't answering. This is not normal. So he contacts my mother and lets her know what's up. And so she contacts me and tells me what's up. And we started looking around the house, and I forgot the code to her garage. And so eventually I make the bold decision to take one for the team and actually gain access to her house via her sliding glass porch door. Not breaking it, thankfully. It was unfortunately easy to get into her house. But
yeah, unless you put a stick in the slide path of those doors, you can get in pretty damn easily.
Exactly. But yeah, I look through her house. Thankfully she wasn't there, alive or otherwise. And I see that her cell phone, it has been left by her recliner on the charger, and I'm just like, okay, I see what happened. She's carpooled with someone to like the donation house or the church or something because she's a retiree and she's very religious. So I report my findings to my mother, and she goes, okay, we'll leave a note on the garage code box and tell her that your uncle's worried about her. And I go, okie dokie. I leave the note on the door, and I get to my house, and I turn around, and there she is in her friend's car.
Wah.
And so I come over and I report what's happened. And she tells me, oh yeah, I just left my phone behind. I didn't forget it. And I'm just like,
Like, Gran?
fuck's sake, I'm glad you're okay, but at the
Grandma,
same
why do you
time,
do these things?
I'm glad you're okay. I love you, but at the same time,
Did I ever tell you guys the time that I came home from work and found my mom's car running in the driveway and she wasn't there?
oh,
Did I ever tell you guys about that?
No.
That's got to be a little freaky.
She comes, I come home and I'm like, the car is sitting in the driveway running. It's got her keys in it. And I'm like, what the hell? She's not here. I'm searching all over the house. And my wife was, we were living there at the time, which that's a whole separate bag of worms. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, all right, only thing I can think of right now is to call the police and find out if there was anything that happened. Did they pick her up and they just leave the car running? Because that's totally a police thing, quite honestly. If it's running, they're going to be concentrated on getting the person into the car.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, no, if it's still a problem, give us a call back and we'll start something on it. We'll figure out what's going on. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And she calls like my phone, okay? And she says, oh yeah, I'm over at so and so's, and it was her boyfriend at the time. And we're doing this and that. And I'm like, Mom, are you aware that you left your car running in the driveway? Oh, that's where my keys are.
And you're just like, Mom, I thought you were kidnapped or arrested or taken away in an ambulance. What the fuck?
I was fucking waiting for that punchline of, oh, that's where my keys are. I was just fucking waiting for it.
And I was like, I was just like, I think I ran that on her for like a week. I'm like, hey, Mom, where are your keys? Shut up.
I do that to my mother too. She's like,
where are your keys, Mom? Very funny.
Oh, I got one better for you. There was one Christmas where me, my mother's boyfriend, and a friend of my sister, we all got her a tile. For those who don't know, a tile is a thing that you put on your keychain so that you can activate an app from your phone, and the tile will make a noise and you can find your keys, and vice versa. You can push a button on the tile and the app on your phone will activate so you can find your phone. So all three of us got her the same gift because it was such a problem, and it still is.
Where's my keys? Where's my phone?
Yeah, I'm always looking for her phone and keys. So much so that when she asks me this
Mom,
question,
you got a tile installed, so just
I don't use
press the button on the tile or activate the app on your phone. I've lost them both. Fuck's sake!
Oh no, I got one better. She's like, it doesn't work anymore. What do you mean it doesn't work anymore?
The battery died.
You got two more. Oh God Almighty!
There's always an excuse. Always an excuse.
Back in 2018, or was it 19? Either way.
No one can remember. The past 2 years have been hell.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't remember the past anymore. It's always March. It's nothing but March right now.
It's nothing but March 2020.
Let the past die. So what was your story, Fanny? I heard you wanted to condense a story for us tonight.
I did. So my story be this. So brief history lesson for everybody out there. I was one of many former educators, technically, because I was a substitute, who, after getting new job and leaving old job as sub and other things, ended up losing my new job during the pandemic. So while I was unemployed, I, of course, did as I was told by other people and by the government and filed for unemployment. I was doing as I was ordered, okay? So I do this, and they're like, oh, you qualify for benefits. Let's go ahead and take care of that. And then I start receiving the money, as I've been told I should. And then what should happen? What should recur? But after I've regained my employment, after other things have gotten better slightly, I was still working in the pandemic or whatever, I get letters from the unemployment office going, oh, you were a sub? All the schools say that they had let out for summer vacation, so you had reasonable assurance of a job. You need to give us back our money. And so I was on the hook for for well over $4,000.
I hate the government.
However, I appealed. I won my appeal, and they said, "Oh fuck, give us some time to go over our shit, so we can actually fix this." Then today I get a new letter from them stating, "We're not collecting from anybody, including you, while the state goes over some legislature about forgiving unemployment overpayments." So even if I hadn't been found in the right here for, the whole overpayment thing, I would have been off the hook anyway. But the point is, even when I had gotten my appeal, and even before my appeal, before they started sending me invoices, I was expected to pay the minimum amount due so as to not have them on my ass and accrue, late fees. Now, I don't have to pay them a goddamn penny.
Good,
until they either say, here's the money you gave back to us back, or you don't owe anything to us anymore. Have a good day.
Nice.
Well, I had something similar happen today. So back sometime last year in October, my power company, through a clerical error on their part, stopped charging me for my electricity and charged my landlord. It just defaulted back to a normal, back to the landlord, so they could just keep paying the bills. What my landlord does, though, is they just pay a blanket bill. They don't necessarily look at the itemized things. They just they write a blanket check for it.
Oh, fun.
I assumed that this was part of my power company's thing of like, oh, it's the pandemic, we're not going to charge people. Because this is Arizona, and a good chunk of our power grid is done off of solar power down in Phoenix. Trust me, we can light the entire state if we want to, with minimal cost overhead. So I finally call them and say, okay, it's been a while. I haven't gotten a bill. What's up? They're like, oh, well, shoot, hang on, let's fix this. So they sent me a bill. They reinstated my thing. They explained to me what happened. Oh, we accidentally switched it over to your landlord's account. I'm like, well, shit. And they said, well, here it is, back together. That'll be $125. I'm like, excuse fucking you? It's like, yeah, that's what you owe us in back pay. I was like, no, you guys fucked up. I don't owe you jack. So we got into this whole thing. I called my landlord, said, have you been paying this? And they're like, yeah, we have. I'm like, all right, there you go. Here you and can you send them proof? Sure. And at first they dropped it. At first they reduced my owed balance to nothing. Then they just said, okay, this is what you owe for the other month. I'm like, perfect, I'll pay that. And then the next month they said, okay, now you owe this $100 extra. I'm like, I'm not paying that. I'm paying my landlord. I'm not paying you as well. My landlord paid you for those months. Well, we can't confirm that with an itemized receipt. It's like, all right, here you go.
There you go.
So I called my landlord, had them give me the itemized receipts, sent it to them, and I got a call today from my power company saying, we want your permission to talk about your account. And I'm like, is my landlord on the line? Yes. All right, you have my permission. She emailed me saying that took almost a solid fucking hour to convince them that we had been paying your bill. By the way, you owe us this much left on the repayment. I'm like, cool, I'll get that to you in the next rent payment. And I'm just like, the absolute fuck's sake, guys. It's not like you're hurting for money.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, at least you had the win, and that's my point. We've got the win. We
Yeah.
have.
You see here where I live, we have Comical Edison, okay? And I never, if there's anything even remotely to the point where it's like a credit or something on the bill or something, I'm immediately suspicious, okay? Because Commonwealth Edison will not do anything except fuck you, okay? That is their whole goal in life, okay? That's what they exist to do, And it's like there have been a
Well,
few
you're
times.
not. I mean, that makes sense when you have a power company named after Edison.
Well, very true. So, yeah, I kudos to you for managing to getting that sorted out. But an hour on the phone with an electric company, not surprised, not surprised at all. I spent an hour on hold one time with Commonwealth Edison.
Well,
I
yeah.
think what they had to do is they had to take each receipt and like go through it and confirm it was for this account.
Well,
Yeah, that's about the time I'd basically lean into my phone a little bit and go, okay, where's your corporate billing office in that state? Okay, I'm going to file a state claim against this issue. So, just give me your corporate mailing address and we'll go from there. That usually gets somebody to look at it and go, oh, this person is willing to do something legal about this. And please hold, sir.
Please hold.
Yes.
And then about 5 minutes later, thank you for the hold. It's been taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We don't have to worry about it.
I had to do that with our 1-star mortgage company.
Yeah, that's another thing I did when that's a thing that I kind of actually did when Oops, let's just call them Oops, um was supposed to move my mom's things and my things over. Not only were packages lost in the move, but several were heavily damaged. I had to threaten legal recourse before they were like, okay, so can you just take some pictures of the damage and itemize everything and how much they were worth, and then we'll get something going.
Mm-hmm.
We're not quite to the level of like the Fallout universe for corporations or like the Outer Worlds universe for corporations, but we're getting closer.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And let's end that conversation right here before I start going on a rant about corporate power and money in the government.
Because
this is probably a good idea to get out of the weeds.
Yeah, because of course we're not here to rant about companies. We're here to rant about other stupid people, both in corporations and in the normal world. Because that's the name of the game on Trademark's Trainwreck. We poke fun at a bunch of news articles that I dig up over the course of a week or so. We're going to take a music break in just a short minute. And after that, we take a look at the softcore material. And then after that, a final music break. And then after that, the hardcore material. And oh boy, I've got content tonight.
What is this normal world you speak of?
Fair enough.
Normalcy died the second that a bug on par with the flu decided to kill half our nation, not only our nation but half the goddamn globe.
Yeah, we're gonna drop that right now because that will cause me to rant. So
yeah, let's do. I think that's a good enough time to go on our first musical interlude for the night. So you're listening to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestive Radio. I'll fan them all the time. Except when it's just been a week, everybody.
There is no normal.
Normal's overrated.
I love how when you ask if I'm ready and I give you like a random word, you just take that as a yes.
I've grown accustomed to your randomness. Welcome back, everybody, to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all fan of all the time. It's time to start. This one actually comes with a little bit of an update in my personal life. I believe last week I mentioned that an employee walked out and I had to cover his shifts.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Thankfully, we've got an update. He recently, for the last 2 weeks, pretty much had to learn from his mistakes and change a little bit. So now he's coming back to take his old job back, which is good because I've been worried about that guy. I like him. He's one of the good ones. He was just having a rough time.
We all know what that is.
That's a situation where a disgruntled former employee makes the most out of a situation, hands over an olive branch, and the management graciously accepts it, and both sides make a compromise, and they're able to work with one another again.
I smell a story coming.
Yeah, there's more to this.
Of course there is, because that's not the situation we find ourselves in with this first article of the night. Disgruntled former employee drives into Concord Walmart and takes down aisles.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, you know what? Because it's Walmart, I can absolutely understand why they'd want to do that.
I mean,
Walmart as a practice has their employees fill out SNAP paperwork, okay? Which basically means that, we know that we're not going to pay you enough to fucking eat. Here's the SNAP paperwork to fill it out so that you can actually live on our wages. Okay?
Exactly.
I got no sympathy for Walmart. None.
Yeah, my mom, before she passed, briefly did a stint in Walmart, doing half part-time in Walmart and part-time at the Rooflehurst.
Yes.
Rivers.
And the way they were, and the sheer audacity that Walmart did to try and force her to choose, essentially just going, if you're not willing to devote your body and soul to our shit, then you may as well walk out the door. She always found some way to get back in their graces until one week she was just way too sick and she had no more fucks to give. So not only did she lose time she lost time at both jobs. So Werfelhurst let her get her job back with them because they were just glad she was feeling better.
That's good.
Then, but to Walmart? No, Walmart. Fucking, they can fuck off because
there's a new phrase that's going around, and I'm not trying to get too much into the weeds, but just the final nail in this coffin of how much we hate Walmart.
Yes.
You don't become a billionaire through hard work and grit alone. You have to be willing to take advantage of people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There are no clean billionaires. Ever.
Nope.
Not one.
So on that note, let's take a look at what happened with this employee. This is a article.
You rode a Volkswagen. Sorry.
This is a situation that happened on April 11th, 2021. A North Carolina man who had been fired by Walmart crashed his car into the store. Lacey Cordell Gentry, I don't care which one. He crashed his, wow, you were right, a 2015 Volkswagen Passat into a Walmart Supercenter in Concord, North Carolina on April 2nd.
Great, it's in 2015. That's when Volkswagen started becoming shit.
So,
it would matter whether it were gas or diesel. If it were the diesel one, well, we know it was already badly programmed. It was ruining the environment anyway.
So Lacey here drove his vehicle through the front door and up the aisles, causing a trail of destruction along the way. Oh, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that one. He did not stop until he hit a wine display, and there was no way for him to go any further than that. It's not entirely clear why he was fired from his job, but reports suggest that he was fired this February for violent behavior, which posed a threat to coworkers and customers. Now that's a report. We don't know that for sure.
I'm going to say that's a doctor's report from Walmart. I ain't going to trust it as far as I could spit.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Since this happened at around 6 a.m. on a Friday, no customers were present, but employees were. Luckily, no one was injured, but the store near Concord Mills was left in an expensive mess. Consequently, the shop has been closed until further notice, and repair works are underway. Lacey has been arrested. He's 32 years old and charged with 2 felonies, assault with a deadly weapon, the car, and breaking in and entering with the car.
Oh, bullshit. That's bull crap. You don't give him the assault with a deadly weapon when all he did was property damage. That's crap.
It'll probably be dropped. He's also charged with several misdemeanors. He's currently in the Cabarrus, that county jail under a $100,000 bond.
Yep. That's not surprising.
Given the damage.
So, Trade, where was this? North Carolina?
Yeah, Concord, North Carolina.
Yep, right to work state.
Yep.
They fired him for no reason whatsoever. I actually am amazed how many we've got. That's actually a lot of right
I'm in one.
Yep, I'm in one as well.
He may have had some problem with the way the management was handling the situation that he had with them, a Concord police spokesman said of the incident. If you take a car through a Walmart, there's going to be extensive damage. The aisles are wide enough, so there was a lot of property damage.
Yeah,
I think that was the point, Officer Dick Cheese.
I'm sorry. This all smells like Walmart screwed somebody. Okay, and this is just the result.
Y'all fucked with the wrong band.
You know what? I will happily take this article with an entire salt block on aisle 5. Okay, but it still smells like the standard Walmart. We're gonna lay you off, and we're gonna say you were fired. Okay, just because we don't want to have to pay your fucking unemployment.
Of course,
because and this is just a thing in right to work states. It really is. Okay. Basically it's we can fire you forever, whatever we fucking want to fire you for, and fuck your life. You're not part of the corporate CEO structure, so we don't give a shit.
Can I just say though, I'm so happy that I just heard Shirley say the word dick cheese for probably the first time.
Oh please!
It's probably not actually the first time, but just to hear him say it is fucking magical.
No, but Officer Dick's Cheese is a wonderful name that we're going to keep forever and ever and ever.
Oh yeah, I'm going to use that.
And here's the thing I find really funny. Like, you hear that phrase used all over media in like public on cable programming. It's not like something that needs to be censored on YouTube or anything. And just think about what that is. The actual definition, the actual substance, dick cheese. There is a thing, and it's disgusting, nasty, and I do not want to get into explaining what it is.
Yeah, please don't.
That is fully allowed to be said to people without any major repercussions from the FCC.
Google is your friend, people. Google is your friend.
No, it's not.
And you can also check Urban Dictionary on that one.
No, don't. Fucking hell, Greymane. Moving on.
We have to tell the public.
Jesus. Well, it doesn't get any better from there. We're continuing with the theme of men driving cars into places they really shouldn't go because of some violence. This case here. This case. There's... Let me just read the fucking title. Man drives into retention pond after threatening to set woman's house on fire.
A retention pond?
That don't make a lick of sense.
This is an incident that happened April 12th, 2021. In, look at that, Castleberry, Florida. A man who drove a car into a retention pond Saturday night is now facing charges, according to Castleberry police. Officers were originally responding to a criminal mischief call at a home along Legacy Park Drive. Investigators said Justin Lauritsen turned up that home asking the woman who lives there for help after he was kicked out by his grandmother. The woman tried to offer the 29-year-old $100 to stay at a nearby hotel. That's nice. That's cool. But Lorison refused twice, saying, "Don't play. I will light your fucking house on fire."
Oh, we have one of these. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Panhandler 2.0. Records show that the woman went back inside, then looked out the window to see if Lorison left. The woman told officers she watched as Lorison then backed his gold Cadillac into her car, shoving it about a foot, then drove off. The damage to the victim's car totaled about $3,000. When police were speaking with the victim, officers were patrolling the area looking for Lorison's car. Records show police spotted the Cadillac, but it took off speeding until officers lost sight of it and they did not pursue. Witnesses told police the car appeared to lose control and ended up in a retention pond between Legacy Park Drive and the Geneva School.
Ah, that's how it happened.
Mm-hmm. Police said they arrived at the pond to find Lorison standing on the vehicle as it sank in the water. "I'm going down with the ship." Officers said the man chucked a bag into the water and then refused to swim back to the shore. "Come over here." "No, you're gonna yell at me." Eventually, Lorison made it back to land and was arrested. The report said he smelled of alcohol and that Lorison later failed a sobriety test.
What a shock.
I'm so stunned.
What a twist!
What a twist.
Investigators said the man was the only person in the car and was not hurt. Lorison faces charges of hit and run, driving under the influence, and reckless driving. A dive team was brought in to help retrieve the car from the pond.
Oliver! Oh, sorry.
Just... What the hell, man? What is this escalation of event?
Yeah, this is, booze.
Yeah.
Just booze.
This escalation. "I got kicked by my grandma's house. Mind sharing a bed?" No, I'll give you $100 to go to a hotel. That seems fair." "Don't fucking play. I'll burn your fucking house down."
Yeah, we know what he was looking for. He was looking for a flop
He was
spot
looking.
where he would fucking never leave.
He was
That's what he
couch
looking
surfing.
for. Yeah, he was
Like-
couch surfing.
If you're gonna couch surf, reach out to a friend. Or a family member,
Hell,
or
I
someone
honestly,
you know.
Considering what he was driving, I would have just slept in my caddy. Those things are huge and they're comfy.
Oh yeah,
And it's not like Florida doesn't have spots to sleep in your vehicle. Okay, the place has got a ton of them. Okay, I have a ton of videos that I watch about people that live in their van. Okay,
Mhm.
so he could have
Down by the
easily
river?
slept in a caddy. Yeah, down by the river, on the beach. On the beach is very popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a caddy. My God, he's got enough space. Just sleep
Yeah,
in your
fuck.
fucking caddy.
I know of two
Well-
people that live in vans who typically park behind the restaurant I work at, and fuck, they're doing all right. They even have like dogs and cats living with them, and it's just like their cars are painted in like garish, like rainbow faux sky paint, pictures of
Oh,
their
they're
pets, and
hippies.
it's just like
They're
they're
hippies, yeah.
very much. I don't know personally. I never met them, but I have like seen them. I can't confirm if they're hippies, but it's possible. So yeah,
You know-
you could live in your car. I
There's
wouldn't
a ton of
recommend it,
people
but
who do it.
if you've got enough space.
Well, but here's the thing: if you've got like a converted van, okay, or even some converted cars, okay, you can live and work and live your life out of that vehicle.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, so one
Some
night
people
in your
choose.
car,
Some people choose to do it. I personally don't think that any human being should be forced to do it if they choose to do it.
oh fuck
awesome.
no,
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 obviously
fuck no,
not.
that should not be a
Should not
that
be
should
forced.
not be a forced, yeah. But yeah, there are a lot of people that actually do choose to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but back to it. I mean, well, but now you get free room and board at the state's expense, buddy.
Yeah, welcome to the
Yeah.
Hooskow.
Don't have to find a spot now.
Fucking. What is with the escalate? This is another case of how did we get here?
Beer,
Beer.
alcohol.
Beer. He was kicked from his grandmother. He was kicked out of his He was kicked out of his grandmother's house, probably for drinking beer all the time. Anywho, next. Got another one. Got another one of how did we get here? And this one comes with an alliteration. Yay. This goes under the category of luckily no one was hurt. Burger King blaster busted behind bars.
Huh?
I love alliterations. Okay, here's the context. And this happened... Where's the date? April 13th, 2021. A Tennessee woman is jailed on attempted murder charges after she allegedly leaned into a Burger King's drive-thru window and opened fire on workers due to the, quote, wait time to be served.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This is another one of the nugget things, isn't it?
Probably.
Please.
And the fucking picture. The fucking pictures. We've got... It's going to be on the screen on the YouTube version, but for my audio-only listeners, we've got a picture of this woman coming in with the gun, both hands on the gun, pointing it at someone, and then we have a picture of her just leaning through the window, looking straight at the camera like, shit.
People, if you work in a fast food restaurant, okay, that serves any sort of fried shit, and someone does this and you can't get out of the fucking way, you have got something steel nearby. I guarantee you that you can dip into that fucking fryer and throw the oil at that lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or that person in that window. All right, and they will drop that fucking gun like a hot rock. Okay,
and they'll probably like grab their face and scream in agony as it melts off.
Correct.
Yep. We don't condone violence, but we do condone self-defense.
That is correct.
Anywho,
I mean, if anybody wants context of like the sounds a human being can make after getting their face slathered in hot fry oil, just watch The Watchmen.
Oh, God.
Yes, The Watchmen is one. Yeah. You can watch Indiana Jones and the Temple of, the first
Indiana Jones and the fuck.
The first Indiana Jones movie, which with the Nazis melting.
Lost Ark.
Lost Ark. Thank you.
Probably The Dark Knight too, with that scene where Dent becomes Two-Face. Anywho, Keona Shantae Jackson, 32, was arrested the day prior in connection with the March 30th shooting at the Memphis restaurant. Charged with 2 counts of attempted murder and using a firearm during the commission of a felony, Jackson is being held in the Shelby County Jail in lieu of a $250,000 bond. A Burger King security camera recorded Jackson firing away at employees after police...
But she actually pulled the trigger? Jesus Christ.
Oh, yep. Yeah, she did.
Yep.
After police... go on, Gray. Sorry.
No, you were reading. Go ahead.
After police this month released still images from the video, a tipster identified as Jackson as the wanted woman. Sorry, a tipster identified Jackson as the wanted woman. My bad. According to the felony complaint, workers... oh my lord. Kateria, probably. Kateria Thomas and Kiara Banks told police that a female patron, quote, got angry regarding the wait time to be served at the restaurant drive-thru window, end quote. Cops alleged that Jackson, who was a passenger in the gray sedan, she wasn't even the driver, she exited the vehicle to argue with the 2 employees. As the dispute escalated, Jackson allegedly threatened to shoot the women. A surveillance camera captured Jackson returning to the car and retrieving a black handgun from the vehicle. She then extended her upper body into the drive-thru window and fired, quote, several shots at Thomas and Banks as they fled through the rear door of the business, end quote. Neither worker was hit by the gunfire. Thank God. Otherwise, this wouldn't be on the show.
Yep.
Police recovered 2 spent .380 caliber shell casings inside the Burger King. You recognize that caliber, Shirley?
That's an odd caliber.
What was it?
It's a 380. It's a 380.
.380.
Yeah, .380. It's relatively common. I mean, I have a gun that's a 380. It used to be standard issue for police detectives way back in the day. because it could punch a hole through something. Granted, its accuracy at range is shit.
That probably explains
yeah.
why one of the projectiles was located near the eatery's restroom doors.
To be honest, it's probably because she's a shit shot.
That too. Apparently, this ain't Jackson's first time at the rodeo. Her rap sheet includes a pair of theft convictions, one of which was a felony for which she received a 2-year prison term, the execution of which was suspended by a judge.
It won't be suspended anymore.
No. For fuck's sake. Like, to steal a joke from a podcast of a similar nature, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go watch that. Good show. A gun is not a remote control for life. I love that phrase so much. If they don't do merch, they need to make that into a t-shirt. They need to do that. Like, the gun won't make the food cook faster. Okay?
Like there's not enough heat generated by the gun as you fire to actually cook the food. So why would you?
I mean, there was already that one guy on YouTube who slapped a chicken.
Oh yeah,
or slap cooked a chicken, and that took a long time.
Yeah, that took fucking hours.
Gun's gonna do it.
Like, God Almighty. It's not like this is a fucking D&D restaurant where there are like wizards behind the counter casting firebolt on the food to insta-fry them or some shit. That's not how life works.
Fireball solves all problems.
Just fucking...
Also, this is a gun is not a remote for life. Otherwise, the Adam Sandler movie Click would be something entirely different.
So very, very different.
Oh, that would be fucking amazing. That's the one Adam Sandler movie I actually vaguely remember. Anyway, just moral of the story, be fucking patient with the people behind the counter. They're making $1 an hour. Like, be fucking be respectful and be fucking patient, all right?
As one of the people who is usually behind, who has been behind the counter before, yes.
Yeah, they don't deserve any fucking abuse. These people are sacrificing their time and fucking personal lives to serve your greedy, gluttonous ass. Just sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and wait. All right?
I have been behind the counter as well, and I mean, it's fucking food, people! Okay? Knock it off.
Yeah.
Or there's like the classic assholes who come by filming their interaction and like prank the person serving them.
Yeah,
I really do love seeing it when the server, like, it was a video I saw where these guys came up, they were filming it, and like as they pulled up and she was handing him the drink, they like just honked some type of like air horn at her, and she's like, "All right, fine," reaction. and she threw the drink at him.
Yep.
And then they got pissed off because, like, how dare you? It's just a prank, and they kind of threw it back at her. It's just like, dude, fuck you.
I mean,
fucking assholes.
Some of those pranks I get. Okay, like the person who made himself into his car seat. Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good.
Really good.
I like harmless pranks. Like, you get the fucking like car that comes up with no driver, or better yet, the car that has a fucking like Halloween skeleton in the driver's seat.
Right.
That's funny.
Right. But yeah, no, this is not, people.
Yeah, shit where you torture the fucking people behind the counter. That's terrible on its own.
The minimum wage, the slave wage workers for like your hits on Instagram. Fuck you. The only thing I say that should have been done differently is instead of throwing the whole cup at them and giving them ammo to throw back at her, she should have just like, pulled the top off and just drenched them with it.
Yes.
Just like thrown the contents of it into his car.
Yes. Okay. We've got one last thing to talk about in the softcore material. Now we're going to flip the script a little bit. Because we talk about the people that get arrested and the police, but who's the one person that barely anybody talks about? The police dispatcher.
Oh, yes.
God.
First person you talk to when shit really goes bad.
This
Yep.
is the person that you first hear when you call up for any kind of emergency, and this is the person that is supposed to form some kind of a bond with you in order to calm you down and to get as much information as possible so that they can get the appropriate resources to you right the fuck away.
My last job was tech support dispatcher. Okay, that was bad enough. I can only imagine what these people have to go through.
Well, probably the regular police dispatchers probably don't have to go through this shit. Oh boy. Police dispatcher busted for failing to return $1.2 million sent to her account in error.
The fuck?
She needs to take that to court, okay? Because there have been precedences in court where she doesn't have to return that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's continue with the article though.
Yes. This happened April 12th, 2021. So what would you do if $1 million magically appeared in your bank account?
I'd question it severely, and I'd talk to my bank, say, okay, where did this come from?
Yep,
Exactly. For one woman in Louisiana, that fantastical moral conundrum probably became a reality. And she appears to have chosen poorly. Kaylin? Either way, Miss Spadani, a now former police dispatcher, was arrested last week after she allegedly refused to return a $1.2 million, a $1 million what article? Deposit, I'll call it. Oh no, I just read that sentence wrong. I'm an idiot. Anyway, she either way, this woman refused to return $1.2 million that had been accidentally deposited into her account. The 33-year-old was charged Wednesday with theft valued over $25,000, bank fraud, and illegal transmission of monetary funds. Spadani.
Okay, the last two, no. How is it bank fraud?
Well,
no, it's not bank fraud. Let's go on.
We'll see in a second. Spadani, who lives in the Nowlin suburb of Harvey, was simultaneously fired from her role at the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, where she had worked for 4.5 years. On February 23rd, she was due to receive a transfer of $82.56 from Charles Schwab. Instead, thanks to a clerical error, the financial services company deposited $1,205,619 into her account, according to court records. Although the company was swift to realize its mistake, Spadani was accused of moving the funds just as speedily to another account to ensure that they could not be retrieved.
If they can prove this, that is a little shady.
Yeah,
no. That would be bank fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Not, well, we'll go through it after we finish the article.
Yeah, here's the thing. She allegedly used some of the erroneously gotten gains to splash out on a new house and car. This is a statement from the authorities. After multiple efforts to contact Spadani proved fruitless, Charles Schwab filed a federal lawsuit against her. The company argues in the suit that Spadani is bound by the terms of her contract to return any overpayment of funds in full. She has no legal claim to that money, Captain Jason Rivard, a sheriff's office spokesperson, told the local news. Even if it was put there by mistake, it was an accounting error. If someone accidentally puts a extra zero on a utility payment, they would want that money returned or credited to them. This is no different, he added. Thus far, detectives have helped the company recover around 75% of the money, according to Rivard. Spadani was being held Thursday at the Jefferson Parish Correctional Center in lieu of a $50,000 bond. So say the court records. Now then, discuss.
Here's the thing. Okay, first of all, there is repeated court cases, okay, which have precedents where it says if this was deposited in your account by a clerical error, according to that, you are not required to give that back. Okay, and these are things that went to the federal courts. Now, the only thing that I see here, okay, is twofold. One, that there was a trading contract in place. Okay, maybe the terms of her contract say that yes, overpayments need to be repaid. Okay, but that's still, there's still that court precedence in place. Okay, that is probably why that contract line exists. Okay, the second thing is you hear about this shit happening to white folk all the fucking time. Okay, and it never ends with a white person in fucking jail. But she's in fucking jail? Okay? No. This is there's a lot of this that smells to me, and it smells bad. Okay? Yeah, maybe she moved the funds to another account so that they couldn't be automatically pulled out. Okay? I get that. Okay? Maybe that's part of what's the problem here. All right? But there's no reason she should be being held, okay, on a $50,000 fucking bond, all right, for something that a white person, okay, would get a fucking letter in the mail about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I'm not gonna fucking buy that she committed fucking bank fraud. Okay. All right. If the justice system is not going to treat her the fucking same.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Something does smell fishy about this situation, but who knows?
I mean, fair. I mean, I will concede that a bit, but I mean, if the contract states that she has to give back any overages, I mean,
Yeah, but that's a matter of contract law, not fucking judicial, civil, or God, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's tort law, not fucking lock the person up in jail law. Okay, that is not a fucking thing to jail a person over. Okay, and like I said, especially when a white person would get a fucking slap on the wrist and a letter in the mail saying, "Hey, pay us our fucking money back."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, this is a bunch of rich people fucked up. Okay, in my opinion, allegedly, okay, a bunch of rich people fucked up, sent the money to the wrong place. They realized they fucked up, and then realized it was a black person, okay, not a white person, okay, and said, "Oh my fucking god, she's a criminal, and she's gonna steal our fucking money." No, you shits, you fucked up. This is
Yep.
your fault, not hers. Okay, so
Well, on that charged note,
sorry.
no, it's fine. Like, I totally agree. Like, this is something smells fishy, and if more information pops up about this, we'll keep an eye out for it. In the meantime, I think we could use a break, because oh boy, it doesn't get any better from here. It does not. Oh dear Lord, it does not. But for now, it's time for our second and final break of the evening. Anything you all want to say before we do so?
Which bone do you
Nah.
want me to break?
Well, on that note. Oh, God. We'll be right back with Trademark's Trainwreck here on Celestia Radio, all fan all the time. Except when a gun is not a remote control for life. Go watch What the Fuck Is Wrong With You. Welcome back, folks, to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. It's time to start the hardcore material, and who boy, I've got a real banger for a start.
The Brits called. They want their stuff
idioms back.
Idioms back. Thank you.
I like British idioms better than ours, anyway. So
Can't say I don't disagree. Or can't
Well-
say I don't agree. Bob, get up.
are you okay
That's
over there?
fucked up. I don't know. I'm drinking this weird caffeinated sparkling ice crap. Maybe it's having an effect on me.
Clean cup, move down. Anyway. Okay, so I would like to introduce you to the fucking Bermuda Triangle of what not to do when you're an adult and you go to a school.
Didn't we do that the other week?
We did that with the boxing glove, but not with this fucking... Oh god, just... You're not gonna believe this shit. April 6, 2021. Man without pants arrested after bringing gun onto school grounds.
Where did he hide the gun?
You'll
I
find
don't
out.
want to know.
You'll find out. You'll find out. This was in Florida, by the way.
Was it a Central Arms 22 caliber?
Well, let's see. Like I said, Titusville, Florida. A man is locked up in the Brevard County Jail after police say he was found without pants on, carrying a loaded gun on a school's property. Titusville police arrested Edward Bocci Tuesday morning after they were called by a security guard at the Temple Christian School. The security guard spotted Bocci on the property of the school along North Washington Avenue while children were playing outside, according to the arrest report. As the guard approached Bocci, he noticed the 29-year-old was not wearing any pants and, here you go, he had a pistol between his legs.
Oh my.
Is that a pistol between your legs, or you're just happy to see me?
Is that a gun in your pocket? Oh, wait, you're not wearing pockets.
What caliber is your weapon?
I think we'll find out in a minute.
22 is what you said.
No, not 22.
No, that was 45. It was 45.
Yes, it was. The guard told Bocci to leave. The report said Bocci appeared to rack the gun before placing it in his bag and walking off the property. When officers arrived, the guard pointed them toward Bocci. Police said the man was given several commands to stop walking and get on the ground, but he refused. Officers said they ultimately zapped the man with a stun gun to subdue him and forcefully handcuffed him. And as Gray said, they did find a loaded .45 caliber gun with 6 rounds in a bag. Bocci faces charges for armed trespassing, exhibiting a weapon on school property, and resisting an officer without violence. He's being held without bond.
No,
So
that second to last paragraph could be easily, stated as police said they found that Bocci's bag was 45 caliber and held 6 rounds.
But
So yeah, this is another one in the category of how did we get here? Because notice they don't say anything about drugs or alcohol or anything like that.
And what color is this man?
White.
Well, isn't that a surprise? How
What?
many of the shooters that have we had at schools that are what color? If this man had had some more melanin in his skin, he wouldn't be living.
Yeah. Sad
that
but
simple.
true.
Sad but true. Now, also, why no pants?
Why no
Yeah,
pants?
I'm
That's
actually
the one that
really
I don't
curious about
understand.
this.
Yeah,
Is there an explanation for this in this article? This is what I'm really curious about.
No, I just read everything. There's no explanation. Let's forget the gun for a minute. Let's put the gun away. Why no pants?
Well, I mean, it is Florida in spring. It gets kind of ball sweat hot down there.
Yes. Doesn't mean you take your pants off in public.
Uh,
You just take your pants off at home, or you wear sweatpants.
I mean, if he's wearing boxers, I guess he could assume it's like, it just looks like I'm wearing shorts. I had a dickhead pull that at the municipal court I work at. I told the guy that I needed him to take off his belt because it was big and ornate and really stupid. And he's like, "Well, my pants will fall down." It's like, "Well, if we could avoid that, please." Like, I don't want to take off my belt. Then you're not coming in. So he comes back in wearing his boxers,
Oh my god.
and I'm like, "I'm not letting you in like that." It's like, "What? I don't have my pants on." It's like, "I didn't say you had to take off your pants. I said I needed you to temporarily take off your belt."
Oh.
And he's like, "Well, I'm coming in." No, you're not.
Oh.
It's like,
Fucking,
and what are you
fucking
going to
put
do? It's
on
like,
your-
I'm going to stop you. And if you try and move past me, I'm going to tase you.
like, for fuck's sake. You have the choice of taking off your belt for like 10 seconds so that they can put it through the metal detector, or make an ass of yourself.
You chose the latter.
Yeah.
Sadly, he took the tasing threat seriously and he left.
Aw.
It's like, I really wanted to... I was like, if anyone deserved to be tased, is this dickhead.
Oh, just fucking... At least he had some fucking brain cells left in his head. Unlike this fucking guy. Look at his mugshot. Look at his fucking mugshot. He's not here.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where he is.
I can't see the teeth like Gray usually goes for, but
the eyes.
I don't think it's meth.
I don't think it's meth either. I think it's like a downer or something.
It's gotta be.
Because he looks almost asleep in that picture.
Yeah, he's gone. He's not here. Dave's not here, man. Just no pants, gun between your legs, school.
Yeah, I still don't understand the gun or the no pants thing. I don't get it.
How the fuck did we get here? How?
Oh, lots of drugs and a lot of bad decisions.
I guess so.
I mean, if he's on some type of downers, I don't know. Maybe he just thought taking his pants off was a good idea.
I guess. I think we'll move on.
Mr. Quaalude.
Mr. Quaalude. Bring me your drugs. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway.
God damn it. I already have to write a bad Wizard of Oz song about incarceration for somebody else. Now you've given me another one to write. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you're welcome for this next article, by the way. Because I feel like you could identify with this man.
Oh, God.
The things that a man will do for his wife. This happened April 7th. Man jailed for helping wife fake her own death so she could dodge prison.
Well then.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's been a while since we've had one of these.
That's honestly incredibly cartoonish. That reminds me of one of the earlier episodes of Family Guy, where to get out of paying his medical bills, he writes deceased on his discharge papers, and the HMO faxes a copy to death.
Right.
All right. You really couldn't make this one up. A man who went to... Even if you wanted to. A man who went to extreme lengths to try and keep his other half out of the slammer will now be forced to spend some time there himself. Rodney Wheeler of West Virginia has been sentenced for helping his wife fake her own death so that she could avoid sentencing for healthcare fraud. Wheeler, 48, was sentenced to 8 months of confinement, the Department of Justice U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of West Virginia announced in a press release. The Beckley resident will now spend 2 months in federal prison and 6 months in home confinement, and will be on supervised release for 3 years after that. Wheeler pleaded guilty to conspiracy to obstruct justice back in January. Prosecutors said the couple conspired to fake Julie Wheeler's death in an effort to avoid a potential 10-year prison sentence after she pleaded guilty in February 2020 to scamming the Department of Veteran Affairs out of more than $300,000. Oh, fuck you, lady.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow, yeah, you could go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Court documents show Rodney Wheeler called 911 on May 31st to claim that Julie, 44, had fallen over the main overlook at the New River Gorge in West Virginia, prompting a multi-agency search and rescue operation involving hundreds of volunteers that lasted for 3 days. But Julie Wheeler was found alive and well 2 days later by West Virginia State Police, hidden in a closet inside their beaver home.
Oh my God.
The closet! Why the closet?
That's how kids fucking play hide and seek, man. If I just be like, don't tell no one else, they won't know I'm you.
Oh, God.
I'm invisible.
Investigators were told the woman fell into the gorge while searching for an earring at the Grandview Overlook, some 1,400 feet above the New River. Okay, let's
unpack this.
You're looking for your earring while 1,400 feet above the New River.
stupider shit has happened. Okay,
Sweetheart,
because
it's time to get some new earrings.
yeah, stupider shit has happened though, because remember what happened to the Segway guy, the guy that
Yeah.
invented the Segway. Okay, So-
Remind me, the Segway guy, real quick.
he segued himself off the side of a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. But fucking, Okay. Authorities said Rodney Wheeler also posted on Facebook one day after the purported plunge that his wife had had an accident at Grandview yesterday and was hoping that she would be found alive. I am heartbroken and lost right now, but I have to have faith, Rodney Wheeler wrote. Please give us time to work through this, and please keep us in your thoughts and prayers. Both Rodney and Julie Wheeler later admitted to conspiring to fake her disappearance to avoid the woman's pending federal sentencing in June 2020. They had planned to go into permanent hiding, authorities said.
Well, I guess I got to give him a little bit of credit for trying.
Man.
Here we come to the point in the show where RandomGreymane is kind of bothered by the fact that his wife listens to the show.
Gray, I'm going to ask you right now to not actually explain how you would do this better.
For your wife's sake.
Okay, first of all, okay, were my wife in this position, she would be going to jail. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a good person, I love my wife. Okay, but if she cheated the VA out of $300,000, okay, there's no way that I can justify that unless it was like, she gave the $300,000 to all homeless vets. Okay, I could buy that. In which case, she's probably going to jail for a good reason. Okay, to stand up on a principle. All right, but she didn't even leave her closet. Okay, she didn't even leave her closet. That's the problem I'm having here. Okay,
Yeah.
if you're going to fake your death, don't do it from inside your house.
Buy a cabin out in the middle of fucking woods. Or fucking dig like a World War II-esque hidden bunker or some shit.
There are a million resources out there on how to disappear. A million, okay?
We're not going to name any of them.
Say about that. We're not going to name any of them, and I'm not going to go through what I usually would do. So, no. All right? There's a million things she could have done, but no, she chose her closet.
Yep.
This is a person who wanted to have her cake and eat it too. Okay? She wanted to not be charged with the consequences, but continue her old life. You can't do that if you're going to get yourself declared dead.
Well, I mean, these two wanted to go into permanent hiding, so I highly doubt that they would return to their old life, if you mean, oh, she's still going to live in the neighborhood. But, yeah, maybe go to another neighborhood and, maybe in a different state under new identities to live the same life, yeah.
At the request of my co-conspirators on this show, I am not going to go through what should have been done by this person if they wanted to.
Thank you. I think we should just call her an idiot and move on to the next article.
Yeah, these two are fucking idiots. Okay, now we move on to the tail end of the hardcore material. It's time for the... blech. Just a... blech. Oh,
Does it
boy.
contain a tail end?
Well, okay. I've been to New York City. It's a nice place to visit. Probably wouldn't live there.
Mrs. Greymane has, but I haven't.
It's a decent place. It's a nice tourist place.
She said it was incredibly loud.
Oh yeah, it's fucking loud, and you have to know where the fuck you're going because otherwise you're gonna be so fucking lost. But hey, if of all the places to be lost in, New York City is probably the best because you're probably gonna find something interesting and horrifying. Case in point. April 4th, 2021. Man caught on video masturbating on Midtown F train on New York City subway.
Why is that news?
AKA Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's like an everyday occurrence on the subway systems there.
I guess it's news because someone took a video of it. this
I
time.
don't understand. Okay, you know, I think the pandemic got to people because, like, 2 years ago that would happen and no one would bat a fucking eye.
Yeah, well, let me read the actual article, because I do believe that the trains have recently started operating again, if not some months ago. I don't know. A man was caught on video masturbating on a Midtown F train at the New York City subway. Seated by the door near East 63rd Street and Lexington Avenue just before 7 p.m. Thursday, the man was observed pleasuring himself in full view of the roughly 24 passengers. While some failed to notice the indecent act, a few passengers observed him doing the deed and caught him on video. The man attempted to conceal his actions by covering his privates with his hands, and at one point was observed motioning to another passenger while mouthing, "It's okay." Oh, that's fucking creepy. Ugh.
Again, this is normal stuff in New York. There's a reason why it's like it's a huge population, which means there's going to be a lot of people who either give no fucks or have severe mental health issues. That's why it just seems like they're all there. It's because the population density is so high.
Now, let it be said that Trademark's Trainwreck is not a politically charged show. Right now, I'm just reading what the article is saying to me right now. There are no restrictions in the subway any longer. There's no quality of life. There are no cops. There's nothing. You're on your own. It's Fear City, Curtis Silwa, a Republican candidate for mayor, said in an interview addressing the event.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I was wondering what this was. I was like, it sounds like you're quoting a Republican candidate who's running for governor in like Texas or something.
Well, you were close. I just love that fucking line. It's Fear City.
Oh god.
It's Fear City. There's our fucking title tonight. It's Fear City.
That sounds like an 80s rock album cover.
Oh yeah. Either that or like the title of a Batman comic featuring the Scarecrow.
No, it's a bad 80s videotape of VHS horror film.
Oh
Fear
yeah.
City.
Definitely. It has become.
You know, I gotta say, I'm sorry, Trade, real quick. Just the absurdity of these, of some of these political candidates, Republicans especially. I often wonder, like, because I'm seeing this shit now, this stuff that's going on right now, and I often wonder, like, what would these people would lose their goddamn minds if they were in the DC universe?
Oh god, yes, absolutely.
Right. Well, it has become regular for perverts to masturbate on trains at the subway. Recently, a strap hanger. The hell's a strap hanger?
It's that strap that you hold on to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, apparently one of those was caught masturbating in a Manhattan subway station in what is the third reported incident in less than a 3-week span, police said on Monday. It's not clear if any action has been taken against the man so far, but according to reports, a complaint has been filed, and is probably not going to get any further than that.
Third reported incident. What we're seeing here is maybe some person has got it into their thick head that they can report it repeatedly and have it change, which, given it's the New York subway, I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think any of the cops are going to give two shits. And we're like, oh, guys, Hey, I got a call that there's a guy masturbating on the F train. Who the fuck cares?
Like,
you want to go deal with that?
No.
All right then.
Like, let's be clear. We don't condone masturbating on the fucking New York subway system.
No.
But like, apparently, they don't do anything about it. So,
well, here's the thing: if they're masturbating, they're not stealing your shit. Okay?
I mean,
or
true.
trying to sell you drugs or attack you. Okay?
I mean,
so
true.
You know what? I can live with a little masturbation.
And I mean, like, what are they supposed to do while in transit? Okay, the best they can do. Okay, this is the best they can do. The people on the train can call up the engineer and say, "Hey, this is happening," and the engineer can radio ahead to one of the subway station patrol officers and say, "Hey, I'm going to be stopping in here, and we got a guy jacking off." That's it. And if like it's a busy day and people like everyone bolts off that thing, like those two beat cops are going to be able to find this fucker.
No.
They're not going to stop the train and have like cops, rappel down from the fucking ceiling to grab this guy. Okay.
Yeah, it's. Whoa, Greymane, your mic just
Gray, what was
fucked
that?
up.
Sorry.
Sounded like you were talking through the microphone of the subway system. Just a fucking conductor. Hey, get the fuck off the subway now.
Watch for the closing doors.
Anyway.
And in all honesty, I can guarantee you this is probably what would happen because it's New York and they have a bad reputation now because of the human malware system going around. It would have been a minor infraction and they would have let him go. They wouldn't have bothered to put him in the pen because it would have been too much of a health risk. And they're like, he wasn't violent.
No.
Right.
Oh, man, just... So, what can top an average day in the New York subway system?
An average day in Florida?
Let me check real quick. No, not in Florida. Not in Florida.
Ooh.
Oh, boy, just... Children, if you're listening to this, first of all, shame on you.
Shame on your parents more.
Secondly, avert thine ears. Please. Because,
If they're here by now, they've been through enough by now, so it's not going to make any difference.
Well, let's ruin some childhoods then.
We are not responsible for any of the horrible memories or trauma that your children are about to face.
Yep, because this final article... We've gone from Frozen to Sesame Street.
Oh, no.
How dare you?
Oh.
April 8th, 2021. Michigan home inspector pleasured self with Elmo doll in residence's nursery.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Elmo's a fucking 3-year-old coded character. Why would you fucking do that, you monster?
3, I thought it was like 5.
Oh, who
No.
cares? It's not good anyway.
Either way, he's just a fucking. He's a kid. His character is a child. This is disgusting.
Yes.
I don't care that Elmo's voice actor is a giant black man. This is not right. Okay.
Anywho. While unaware that he was being recorded by a nursery camera.
I'm sorry. We're laughing because one of our Princess Brainstorm, who is not on the show tonight, popped into the chat and said, "That's not how you tickle Elmo."
Yep, good one, Stormy.
Good one, Storms.
Special shout out to Storm Spark.
You cannot actually be on the show because of work.
So, while unaware that he was being recorded by a nursery camera, a Michigan home inspector pleasured himself with an Elmo doll, so say the police. Kevin Wayne Van Loven. Oh God, that fucking
Oh
name.
God, no,
God.
that name.
Fucking name!
Kevin
bad. Oh.
Wayne Van Loven.
Don't say it again!
Luven. Van
Will you stop?
Loven.
Stop!
I'm sorry, it's just so fucking poetic in a sick way. He's 59 years old, old enough to know better. Another joke from, What the Fuck Is Wrong With You? He was arraigned the day prior on a pair of misdemeanor charges stemming from an unsettling incident last month at a residence in Oxford Township, a Detroit suburb. Investigators say Van Loven had been hired by the home's owners to inspect their property prior to a sale. The owners told police that they let Van Loven and the buyer's real estate agent into the home, then departed the residence during the March 12th inspection. While away from the property, a 22-year-old female homeowner received an alert on her phone that a webcam had detected movement in the residence's nursery. The woman then accessed the camera feed and saw Van Loven touching himself, cops report. The home inspector then picked up an Elmo doll and, quote, appeared to be pleasuring himself with the doll, police charge. After the homeowners called 911, sheriff's deputies confronted Van Loven, who claimed to have only moved the doll to inspect an electrical outlet. Bullshit.
Yeah, right.
But when cops told him that there was a camera in the nursery, Van Loven reportedly made incriminating statements and apologized for his actions. TLDR, he realized he fucked up and went, "I'm sorry."
Too fucking late, freak.
Yeah. So charged with aggravated exposure and malicious destruction of property under $200, Van Loven was booked into the Oakland County Jail, where he is being held in lieu of a $2,500 bond. A judge has directed Van Loven to undergo a mental health evaluation and has prohibited him from being alone in any residential property that he does not own. Additionally, he has been ordered to have no contact with the Oxford Township homeowners. If convicted of the indecent exposure charge, Van Loven faces up to 2 years in prison. The property destruction count...
He's not going to get that.
No, he's not.
The property destruction count carries a maximum penalty of about 3 months in jail.
That's not going to happen. No,
Yeah, it's not going to happen either.
So they've issued him a Rule 11. They're going to psychologically evaluate him, and then if it's found that he does have some issues, he's going to go to sex counseling, be put on probation, and probably be fined a fair amount of money. It's more than likely he'll lose his job over it. There's no way that the real estate company's going to let him inspect houses.
He will be very lucky if he doesn't get put on a list.
I'm sure he's gonna get on a list. He's gonna. But yeah, this is. Oh my lord! See, 1950s. See, 50s and 60s. This is what happens when you have an entire generation of people grow up repressed. You end up with shit like this.
Yeah, just on a grander scale. Why the stuffed animals? Why the stuffed animals?
Some guys are into stuffed animals. I mean, we've seen it before, Trade.
I mean, yes, the fucking Olaf and the unicorn.
No, come on.
Olaf
Jeez.
the unicorn and now Elmo. Why the fuck? Like, if you're that randy, wait till you're home. Don't do it in someone else's house. Don't do it in someone else's house.
If that's your thing, if that's the thing that gets your rocks off, buy one that you really, really like at the store. Don't test it out first.
Yeah, just like there are toys specifically designed for you to boink all day long if you so choose.
But buy one at a store, take it home, and then do the thing.
Yeah, just for fuck's sake.
I mean, look at Wade Wilson. He's smart enough to know to do that.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Funny enough, with a unicorn as well.
I will give this guy one minor point. Okay, one minor point, and it's the same point that Trade and I would give to somebody stopped with meth in their vehicle. Okay, the guy didn't, once he knew he was caught, he said, "Nope, that's it. I'm just gonna give up the ghost." And this is
That is the one
point. He tried first, and then they're like, "There's a video camera." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Yeah, that's the one point I will give. I have been advocating this for so long. If you're caught and there's evidence, just fucking own it. Just no bullshit. Just own it.
You have a problem.
Just admit it. Fucking admit it. And I'm glad that he at least made that step.
Oh, God damn it, Trade. Now you just made me think of the lyrics of arguably one of the more fun songs I listen to if I'm like just in a bad mood.
What?
Uptown Funk. There's part of the lyrics say, "If you're freaky, then own it." I'm like, God damn it. Now I can never listen to that song the same way again, thanks to you.
I didn't say shit. I just said some words and your brain went, oh, for fucking. But yeah, point being, fucking stop this shit.
Will you ever get the name Van Loven out of your head, though?
Every time I hear that, I just keep thinking Mick Lovin from Superbad.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. Just stop it with the stuffed animals, everybody. Stop, they're already dead. Just fucking...
Van Loven.
Fucking...
Van Lovin' it?
I'm not loving it.
No. Oh, God damn it. I shouldn't have wasted that title for a previous episode. Damn it.
Oh well, too late.
Too late. Okay. We're done. That's it for this episode. Fucking Christ. That's another episode of Trademark's Trainwreck in the bag, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're on the YouTube version, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that obligatory YouTube crap that you have to say at the end of every video, or else you'll be lost to the algorithm for the rest of your life. With me here tonight has been Random
I'm having a hard time just not remembering the name Van Loven. It's going to take a while.
Mm-hmm. We'll all carry a piece of Van Loven inside each of us tonight.
I don't want a piece of that shit in me.
Just do.
Anyway, also with me here tonight has been Sherlock.
I don't even... Oh, fuck you, Trade.
And the Fangirl.
I've got your fucking hell handbasket complete and ready.
She knows where you live.
I
I
know.
know where you live. I know where you sleep.
I look forward to your package. Anywho.
Oh, God.
You made it even worse.
You have to do that. Oh.
Believe it or not, that one was unintentional. Anyway, before we drag this show any further into the pits of hell, that's... Once again, thank you for joining us for Trademark's Trademark, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all Phantom all the time. Our theme song was created by Marivex, and our banner art was created by Court Awesome. You can find their social media, my co-host social media, and all the links to all the articles we've discussed in the description below. And with that...
I am unclean.
And with that, my name is Trademark. And good fucking night.